Bitcoin hoodie guy come back here with another Kaspa video.
Mike Tyson, the like and subscribe button.
Thanks for that, Mike. Well, happy Saturday. Price is about what it was yesterday, 8.6 cents, 1.42 exahash. It did dip down yesterday. Maybe someone's doing maintenance. Usually bounces back within an hour or two, and it did. Back to 1.42 exahash. Now, I don't know if you saw, but people are talking about beginning February 18th, I guess FTX creditors are going to start receiving the money. And I don't think it's in any, maybe it's in a stable coin, but they're going to be able to go ahead and convert that to whatever crypto they want if they want to. I imagine most will. I think it's around $18 billion. So that could be a nice boost to the market. I saw Nodi, he was posting about how he uncovered some information that leads me to believe big players, possibly Binance, may be dumping cash to protect Bitcoin. Mara only mines 2 coins, Bitcoin and Cash, and the mega exchanges do not want a Bitcoin competitor. The top crypto developers all know Cash could completely replace Bitcoin once it gets out, the word gets out, and people feel the pain of Bitcoin scaling issues. I think this is a bit of a reach, in my opinion. And I think these posts, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but there's no proof here. So basically you have someone posting here with no proof. Usually someone might have a thread with receipts if they really feel like they uncovered something. But the fact that Mara is doing it, they're the largest publicly traded Bitcoin miner. If they're really trying to make sure nothing could attack Kaspa, they wouldn't. The truth is you have Mara, they have a bunch of warehouses type facilities with computers mining Bitcoin, and they saw an opportunity to mine something else with a very small percentage of their hash rate, very small percentage of their computer power goes to Kaspa, and it's a hedge, and they figured it could be something that's more profitable for them at the time and accumulating it, and they probably also have long-term vision and don't necessarily want to dump it all right away. What the exchanges care mostly about making money. But we'll get into another point, is that Bitcoin does have scaling issues, but the largest addressable market, I believe, is store of value rather than being a transactional currency. That store of value, I believe, is the largest market. And a lot of people store their value in real estate and they could move it into something else. I think that it's more likely that exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, if they are going to try to list, the only way they can get it is buy it on the open market. So there's an incentive for them to buy it, and if they can do anything to keep the price down, I would say that they would be doing that in order to accumulate more. There's some big wallets, whale wallets loading up, and if they were really just trying to smash it down to nothing, there's a lot more you could do. Just think about it. If you really wanted to FUD Kaspa, you could get a lot more people out there talking about how bad Kaspa is and trying to FUD it. And yeah, there's a little bit of FUD once in a while, but there's no big mega FUD campaign. Because if you look, is it people buying and selling Bitcoin that really makes the price? Trump comes out and announces tariffs and the price goes down. I mean, to me, a FUD campaign, a serious, big, widespread FUD campaign would be a lot more successful than trying to just manipulate the price. If you're finding the video helpful, I do have a channel membership. It's 99 cents. You can find it in the description or pinned comment. Yesterday, someone commented, and they were saying, they posted Jerry Banfield's playlist and said, I'm he's saying it's going to zero, and I invested a lot of money into Kaspa. Please explain or tell me. And that's one thing is the point that I'm going to try to make is that you need to do your own research and know what you hold. I can't explain it for you. No one else can. But if you are looking at Jerry Banfield and seeing him say Cass is going to zero and you're starting to get shaky legs, crypto might not be for you, or you haven't done enough research on what you hold. Now, Cass might underperform or overperform what I expect it to do, but I've done enough research that I feel good holding Kaspa through the tough times. And that's the problem, is when you FOMO into something without doing enough research, and when the tough times come, and even you can see, even in this bull market, there's these big pullbacks. Kaspa went to 20 cents, went back down to 7.5 cents eventually, or almost 7.5 cents. And the thing is when you go to Jerry Banfield's page, he says all these Toshi's going to zero, all these other projects, Solana is going to zero, this is going to zero. He's an ICP shill, and so if you can't recognize that, And I'm not trying to pick on the person that posted that. It's just that you can't run over, and someone in Discord or Telegram or YouTube can't just reassure you and make you feel good. You can't rely on those. You really have to rely on yourself, because at the end of the day, you don't know. Like, there's people that, like, Nodi's post, I think, is an overstretch to say that everyone's against Kaspa because they know it's going to replace Bitcoin. I think there's a lot of big players in Bitcoin space that aren't even aware of Kaspa. Maybe they've barely heard of it, maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of big players in there that are focused on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is way bigger than Kaspa in terms of market cap, and you need a big market cap like that for big players to even come and get involved. Sovereign wealth funds, or they need a lot of capital and big traders. So you just got to do your own research, and you really need, whether it's Kaspa, stocks, any crypto, any investment, you need to really know why you're buying it and holding it, because when the tough times come, and they do, the real estate markets can go down. Gold price is hitting all-time highs, but it could go back down. Your crypto, you can see even in a bull market, you can get a 30, 50, maybe even 70% pullback. I mean, Kaspa from 20 cents down to 7.5 cents is over 50% pullback in a bull market with all this bullish stuff going on. So at the end of the day, it's good to have a community on YouTube or Discord or Telegram or Reddit, but at the end of the day, you got to be really responsible for your own feelings, and you got to see that a lot of the institutions right now are not scared. There's a lot of retail panicking when all these bullish signals are still lined up for for a good 2025. So that's the end of the rant. And so Bitcoin dominance, you can see, is down a little bit, but still holding strong at 61.68. Someone was asking about quantitative easing because a lot of people are talking about it. From my understanding, and you can go look at it, we'll look at something else here in a minute, is quantitative tightening is they're selling assets on their balance sheet, interest rates are going up. Then quantitative easing, they're trying to do it because the economy is more in trouble, so they're putting assets on their balance sheets like bonds, maybe even mortgage-backed securities onto their balance sheet, and interest rates are lower, so more liquidity coming into the market. And so you can see that we've basically been on a 3-year run of quantitative tightening, and now hopefully we get some quantitative easing where they start buying bonds or mortgage-backed securities. Their balance sheet goes up, there's more liquidity, interest rates going down. That usually is good for risk assets like Bitcoin and other cryptos. So I'll leave a link to this article. It basically is more in depth of what I said, and if you could read that, it gives you a better idea. But the best I understand it, quantitative tightening is interest rates are going up. The Fed is selling stuff off its, getting rid of bonds, mortgage-backed securities. So its balance sheet's going down. Interest rates are going up. Less liquidity. Quantitative easing is they're buying bonds or they're buying mortgage-backed securities. Somewhere they're printing money, and then they're also lowering rates. So, and the liquidity is just growing. So we'll see how it shakes out. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and have a good Saturday.